Alrighty. G'day everybody. Alright, so this is going up as a YouTube video, but we have got the round 20 team coach preview that is quite late. Let me get some things sorted real quick because I know you guys are wondering, where is your music? Well, I'm getting that set up right now. Do not worry. For those who are watching live, I apologise for having to be 15 minutes late. I completely forgot about something I had to do, so I had to go out and quickly do that. But nonetheless, we got it here. Lovely. There's the music for you guys. G'day, g'day, g'day. It's good to see you all. We got Riley, Football Sirens, Baz, Graz, Centre Forward, AFL Master, and Northy fan. I believe that's Tash, but yes. G'day everybody. Team Coach Round 20 preview. I'm going to do one here right now. I'm not sure how long it'll be, but nonetheless, we're going to get it done quickly. Reason why I'm doing it live is because I have been absolutely packed with content and a whole bunch of things. But g'day Lucas, g'day Steve-O, g'day Tom, g'day Josh. How'd you go on the Brilliant Sale? Did very well. Picked up 2 from SCC and 2 from the General Sale. So we've got 4 coming on the way. But yes, round 20 team coach preview. Let me get this set up for you guys. I won't be responding to chat as much as I'd like to, but nonetheless, let's get it started. PC screen, there it is. Team coach. Here on the site, I'll try and read some comments as we're going through, but yeah, last week obviously we had our round 19 games, and hopefully this week we managed to keep up the good work. Very few changes, however, definitely have made some in the lead up because some are a bit more reliable, and some I think may have gone well. Obviously, at the moment it is currently half time between Geelong and the Dogs. The Dogs have a 11-point lead, with a few things to point out as we go through it all. So this is obviously, as this is live and it is a Saturday, some of the games have already happened. A lot of the games have already happened. Let me just make sure I've got this on my phone so that you guys at least know that we're here. But good to see you all. Am I going to upload the album update? I've been trying to find any time to record that video, man. I have no clue when any videos are coming out at the moment, but I'm going to try my absolute best to do as much as I can. The Swans game, I will talk about that, Lucas, for you. You got 2 as well, Josh. Nice. G'day, Keelan. G'day, Jack. So, let's get into star powers. Now, star powers, no changes. You'll see right here. Actually, no, one change. Carl Amon has gone in again for Jai Simpkin. It was a little bit of an experiment last week. You can't trust North players. You just can't. But we've got this one right here. This is what we've got. If you guys remember, I showed you guys the big pull we had that got us the star powers win last week. It was a neon Harry Schuenberg. So with that, we got the super team star powers for Adelaide, which is Rory Laird. And Rory Laird is going to be a nice little addition to the team for the rest of the season. It's just a bit late. I only found out he was a super now. But Bontempelli has remained incredible. So we've chucked him in once again. Should be a good pick. This, however, this could be very interesting. So we have Luke Parker and Noah Anderson. Obviously seems to be the dilemma at the moment. I don't know who's going to play better than the other, but Luke Parker had a really good game today. Obviously, all the Sydney players had a great game against GWS. It was just an absolute destruction. But, yeah, just in general, Luke Parker probably would have been a good pick with double points again. Probably got 100. Would have been nice. But nonetheless, these two have already played, Amon and Parker, and they have already smashed out an amazing, an amazing game. Amon with an okay game, maybe not amazing, definitely wasn't 100 points, but Parker, good chance he had 100, sets us up really nicely, I think, for the other double points players. Don't have to stress too much. G'day Tigers, good to see you in here. G'day Lost Paradise, how you doing? Centre Forward, good to see ya. See you later, AFL Master. I'm going to go watch the game soon as well. Hopefully I got it fixed. What do you mean by I got it fixed? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. My star powers are better. Smith, Crouch, Hugo Hagen, and other 2. Hugo Hagen has just destroyed it tonight so far. He's kicked 2 already. Doing alright. So looking like a close game. Dogs had the early lead, but could go either way. Hopefully as well, my internet doesn't drop out at any point during the stream because my internet has been a bit rough during the night. So that may be a little bit of a worry, but Noah Anderson gets the nod again. When he's really good, he can have 100+ games. Luke Parker obviously did well, but so did pretty much all of Sydney. All of Sydney played well, I think I mentioned. But, yeah. off to a good start so far. Rory Led is pretty reliable. Should expect at least close to 100, if not 100. Bonds is off to a half-decent start too. At the very least, it looks like a decent one going on. When's the next Fall Guy stream? Probably going to be tomorrow night. And that popped up. Yeah, no, everything's fine. Yeah, I just had to quickly go pick up one of my siblings, so that got in the way. I completely forgot about it, so it's all good. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be the competitive stream. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything gets done on time. It's going to be a stressful day tomorrow because I'm working till 2, so it could be interesting. But that's the Star Powers team for the week. We see here last week, 21st, obviously great stuff there. We want to try and break 800 if we can do that. That'll be amazing. We've got all the chance to do it if both Laird and Bontempelli have an amazing second half. But rank 4 for the season, I'm interested to see how far that goes up. I'm hoping it goes up a lot. I can only hope. I'd change Carl Amon for Cozzy. Not sure about that, honestly. Personally, I'm not too sure about that because Cozzy, he's a small forward and he's a bit of an on and off player. If he plays amazingly, he's a great pick. But if he isn't as good as you'd like him to be, a bit stressful. So, nonetheless, that is my Star Powers team. We'll go over to top team now. My top 4 is this. Biggest mistake, taking out Rowan Marshall. I did not think Rowan Marshall would have the game he just had against Hawthorn. 30 disposals, loads of marks and tackles, hit-outs to go along with it. No goals, but nonetheless, he doesn't need it when he gets 160 fantasy points, and we took him out. He took him out. I can't believe it. I won't be competing in the Fall Guys tournament tomorrow. I'm going to the Richmond game. No worries, Tigers. That's all good. But hopefully Jared Witt can have somewhat of a good game. However, I'm very not excited, I think is the word for it, because Nick Nat has been cleared to play. Perfect timing for when I put in Jared Witts, because I saw Bailey J. Williams, or at least I remembered him, and went, yeah, I'm chucking in Jared Witts. Good chances he can do alright. And then Nick Nat came in and spoiled all my plans. So Jared Witts is probably not going to have the greatest of games. He's not going to hit out, maybe a few disposals, who knows. It is against West Coast, but I'm not confident in his game. I just have to hope that everyone else does alright. Tom Stewart came back, so I gave him the nod because for some reason Backman against the Dogs seemed to get a lot of points. So I'm going off that logic and hoping that Tom Stewart can have a good one. I chucked out Jack Sinclair at the right time because Jack Sinclair so far since the game that he won the round for, he hasn't found his form again. So thank goodness Tom Stewart is in and Jack Stewart is out. Jack Sinclair is out because although Jack Sinclair has been helpful, he hasn't been as elite as he was that 1 week. So Stewart has gotten the nod. Last week though, 35. It was pretty good. Got us in that rank 4 position still looking good. Do you think the Swans are making the top 4? Probably not, personally. Yeah, Rowan Marshall did have a good one, and g'day, Mr. Monkey. But, yeah, if we can keep getting those 400 points, I think we can find ourselves a top 3 position sometime soon. And I'm really, really keen and hopeful that it happens. Really, really hopeful. Just got to keep performing well. And so far, doing alright. Doing alright. Just my biggest fear is Jared Witts. We go over to top 18. Okay, it's looking okay. G'day, Henry. How are you? Change here. Put in Barras instead of Jake Lloyd. And of course, against GWS, Jake Lloyd has a great game. I don't know how he managed to also have a good game alongside all the other Sydney players. That's just how much Sydney dominated. That's really just how much they dominated. And you'd think that Heaney would have done better. No, it was Jake Lloyd. It's nuts. Got to go, mate. Wish the best. Cheers for coming through, Lucas. I appreciate it, mate. But Heaney had himself a decent game. Definitely worth chucking him in over Luke Jackson. Jeremy Cameron, I've seen a couple times on ball. So maybe he can kick a couple goals in this next half against the Dogs. But yeah, still don't know why I've kept Neil in. I'm still confident that he's going to have that game where he goes off. But I just don't know when. He's kind of got that Jack McRae effect right now where every time I want to chuck him in and keep my faith in him, he just keeps disappointing me. So I'm hoping that we catch him on the week that he plays well. Because again, last week, only the 82. It's not bad, but it's not what you want from one of your midfielders. Laird, of course, stays in. Callum Mills played pretty well, so it's good to have him in there. Jack Steele also played alright, so good to have him. Probably not as good as he was last week, but it'll be nice to see how many points he'll get. Himmelberg has been the disappointment so far. Himmelberg, very, very quiet, and I honestly don't know whether they played him up forward or in the back line, because in the back line, he gets a lot more disposals, but he had a ton of marks and even kicked a goal. So I'm like, did they put him in the forward or the back? Did he just have a quiet game in the back, or not get as much as he wanted in the forward? I have no clue. How many boxes of brilliance did you get? I got 4 Rewalt. But James Sicily wasn't needed as much, or probably was needed as much, but he just didn't have that great a game. Stewart has been alright. Sinclair's been okay. Backline's been just okay so far, except for Sicily, who's been pretty poor. Boston and Barras still have to play, so hopefully that'll turn the tides around. Zach Merritt is a change though. I made in the middle. I've talked a lot about his consistent games and getting close to those 100, so I'm like, sure, we'll give him a go. We'll see how he plays. Dylan Moore did alright too. Bailey Smith and Bonds are playing okay as well. Just a really okay performance so far, but that is not what you need when you're aiming for a rank 12. Oh, sorry, a top 10 ranking. Especially considering I want to try and get another prize card in here at some point. Performances like we're having at the moment, where you need consistent 100-point performers, it's not going great. It's not going great so far. Maybe Mills will get it. Steele, I think, got it just. Laird may get it just. At the moment, I don't think a single backman will get it. Maybe Tom Stewart. Sicily didn't. Sinclair didn't. Dawson didn't, or hasn't so far. But it's just hard to pick him out right now. Heaney didn't have one, but he was close. He did alright. It's looking a little rough. It's looking a little rough, I won't lie. But nonetheless, we're still aiming for that top 10 position for the season. Going to give ourselves the best opportunity to do so. Because it's looking a little stress. It is looking a little stress. We just got to keep pushing. Just got to keep doing our best. Especially considering this is the game mode where the top 10 they've got a lot better of a chance at consistently, increasing their points against you, considering they have 18 chances to do it, while in top 4 they only have the 4 chances to get higher in the rankings. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be tough. I'm hopeful that things will go right, but very quickly for my tips, I'm doing quite poorly for like all my tips. It's a really, really rough one for tips so far this week, but so far I've gotten the Melbourne versus Fremantle game wrong. Surprisingly, an uncontested matchup between the two. Let me just quickly go to the AFL website. I've tipped Geelong tonight, so we'll see how that turns out. I tipped Port because I just thought there's no way Collingwood keep... I may have tipped Collingwood, but I'm pretty sure I tipped Port. I'm like, there's no way Collingwood keep winning. Port have had some decent form, but there's no way they keep winning. I just need to start tipping them. I think I've been doubting them too much. They just keep getting these close wins. I tipped Sydney. That was a pretty easy one. Tipped Saints. A lot closer than I think it turned out to be. A lot of people expected by 3/4 time. Just really close. And then obviously all the other games are still going on, and we have Sunday to worry about. I've tipped Geelong. I've tipped Carlton. I've tipped the Gold Coast Suns. I've tipped Brisbane, and I've tipped Essendon. I wish I had the confidence to tip North Melbourne. I may even be going to that game, but at the moment we are sticking with the favourites of that one, Essendon. What time are you doing your full guy stream tomorrow? Tomorrow it'll be, I have honestly no clue. I'll try and give you guys the best possible knowing in advance, warning in advance, because it's very tough right now to give you guys a set time, because I've got a lot on my mind in terms of like things I need to let you guys know about. So hopefully, and I'm praying things go well tomorrow. Who knows? But nonetheless, I'm going to call it there. That's where I'm going to finish off this stream. Sorry it's a quick one. It is a very, very quick one. But at the same time, I did really want to get this preview out. I didn't know how else to. It would have just taken too long. So I tried to do it in between the halftime break between Geelong and the Dogs. I've done it so far between the halftime break of Adelaide versus Carlton, which is quite close too. But nonetheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little stream. I apologise if you guys wanted a bit more. Unfortunately, just circumstances have made it a little difficult to do so. So it won't be 11 a.m. Trust me, it's not going to be 11 a.m. But nonetheless, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you did see this live, thank you for coming through in your spare time. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a like. Become a member if you really feel like it. And I will see you for the announcement video that I've got tomorrow, as well as the Fall Guys stream. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one. Good